Hey Shrikopaths! I hope you've been enjoying the closed beta test of Silver Palace, or soaking up as much of the content you can find. It's been a blast to play, and we still have another closed beta test planned, so expect even more improvements and new content by then. But in this video I wanted to give you a full breakdown of the gearing system in the game, because if you go in expecting the generic gacha gear, you may be surprised. Okay, so you've got a character. You want to make them stronger. You can do that in a number of ways. You can level them up every 20 levels requiring breakthrough material. You can feed them dupes of themselves. You can upgrade their skill levels as well as the extra nodes attached to each. The nodes give extra bonuses like crit rate plus 10 or something like that. And you can equip them with gear. This comes in the form of motives, implements, epiphanies, and catalysts. Motives are your standard gacha weapons that you can get from the weapon banners. There's a limited motive banner as well as a standard motive banner, and each one take their own special pull currency. A character can only equip one motive, and there are 3-star motives, 4-star ones, and 5-star ones. They're separated by role, and in order for the character equipping it to receive that effect, they need to be of the corresponding role. Those being hero, witness, outlaw, guardian, and savior. In general, the motive with the character's likeness on it will be their signature or best-in-slot motive. This is especially true of the 5-star ones, but we may find some surprises here and there as we go and as the game goes on. These motives can be upgraded by using bookmarks, and require a breakthrough of their role type every 20 levels. You can also resonate them, meaning feed them duplicates in order to boost their power, and these will increase the effects on the motive. You can feed a motive 4 dupes in order to reach maximum resonance on it. Choosing the right motive for the right character can make a night and day difference in the performance as well as the synergy with other characters. The next piece of gear we'll tackle is implements. These are likely what you're all familiar with. Multiple pieces of gear that when you have enough of a matching set, it produces a special buff. But where this system differs is that there are only 4-piece set bonuses, not 2-piece or any other amount. And even more significantly, the stats on these are fixed. They vary by rarity of each piece, but each piece of the same rarity will have the same stats. This makes the gear grind, so dreaded in gacha games, far easier. And furthermore, the levels for these are aligned with their rarity. You don't level these yourself, you simply equip them and that's it. So once you know your character's best-in-slot set, you simply farm the corresponding gear stage until you have the highest rarity set you can, for all 4 of the pieces, and that's it, you're golden, or silver as the case may be. The next gear slot is the wild card. The one that none of us were expecting. It's the Epiphany, a book slotted in next to the implements but not part of the set. So they are independent of the set bonus. These Epiphanies have a built-in level which coincides with their tier, so the same book cannot have a higher tier version. This also means that the character's best-in-slot book could be a lower level one. But there is a unique way of improving these books, and it might just be the most unique system of all the gear in the game. It's also likely where the endgame min-maxing will take place. The first is feeding it dupes, which can be done 5 times, with each having a chance to increase one of the stats on the books. But the second, and far more significant way to upgrade it is with something called addendums. By salvaging implements, you will receive a currency that you can then spend in the stationery section of the shop to purchase sketch ink or the far more expensive custom ink. These inks add a bonus effect onto the Epiphany, but there's no visible list of possible buffs, so from our testing it seems like only the sketch ink, the cheaper one, can provide buffs like plus to crit rate, crit damage, amplitude multiplier, and amplitude coefficient. But the risk here is that you could roll something like Rex Tactical Assault plus 2 on a book that you have equipped to Furtho. In order to guarantee the buff is specific to that character, you would need to purchase the custom ink, as well as one sketch ink, and use the custom method instead. But this comes with the downside, as I mentioned, of not being able to roll stats like crit rate, crit damage, etc. buffs. In order to get your hands on these implements and Epiphanies, you'll need to go to the agenda and go into the challenges tab where you'll find stages for the sets. They tell you what sets you can find in each, and it's very simple. It literally says Fullman Residence DPS set, or Ignis Striker DPS set, for instance. so you can very easily tell which one to grind for your Rex or Cindy respectively. As you'd expect, you'll get many of the lower rarities and less of the higher rarities, and each run costs some energy, so you can't grind it endlessly. But those low-level ones won't go to waste, since we'll need them to salvage for all the inks we're going to use. That addendum system is where the real endgame is going to happen. But if you thought that was it, I've got bad news for you. There's another, but it doesn't go on your characters. It goes on your entire team. More specifically, it goes on their reactors. It's called catalysts. There are 3 slots next to each character, and each catalyst has a cost. There is a power limit you can't exceed, and this limit goes up with your overall world level, called the crisis level. These catalysts are found all throughout the world, from quests, puzzles, bosses, all sorts of things. Maybe one day someone will assemble a list of where to get them all. Hopefully soon. And that covers the gear system in Silver Palace. As always, this is as of CBT2, and anything could change by official release, but with all that being said, I'm gonna fly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.